Now we're going to learn how to make a volcano. So we already know that to create something, we click on create and it shows up. So I'm going to click on the mountain and I'm going to have the mountain show up. Now I do believe that technically you could go into create and under mountains there might be a volcano in here, but it's probably good for you to know how to make it yourself. So I'm not going to choose any of these. I have my mountain. I'm going to edit my mountain, make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to now change the shape of my mountain. So I can either click here on the E for edit, or I can click right here. This is also an edit, and this is going to change my mountain. So the first thing I want to do is I want to erode my mountain a little bit. So right here under erode, I'm going to click it and drag it to the right, and it starts to flatten out my mountain. Now the top of my mountain is still too pointy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this draw tool and I'm going to click on the top of the mountain. It's going to add more white. If you haven't figured it out yet, the whiter something is, the taller it is. So you see all the black around here, that is going to be lower. So I've flattened out the top of my mountain, but it's still not a volcano. Volcanoes generally have a hole going down the center of their mountain. So I'm going to take this red slide bar and move it all the way to the bottom. And now, maybe make this a little bit smaller by clicking here, move this to the right or the left, and it makes it bigger or smaller, like so. Make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to start to make a hole down in the center of that mountain. You can see when I look at the top now, there is a hole in the center. I think I want a little bit more over here. That's a pretty good space to have my lava come out. Maybe took a little bit away too much there. If I really wanted to, I could take this back up and add a little bit back right in here. Okay, so there's my volcano. I'm going to hit the check mark, and now my volcano is over here. I can look at my volcano from all sides, so I can decide what side I want to have facing towards my camera. I think that one looks pretty good. Hit the fast preview. I can look at that real quick. Now, to get back, I hit here. This will scroll me through rendered or not rendered. The mountain right now is pretty boring, so I'm going to go over to edit, and I'm going to choose under plains and terrains. They actually have a volcano setting. So I'm going to put the volcano skin on to my mountain. I now have a volcano skin on the mountain. I like to put mine in water. I just think it looks kind of cool, except I missed the water and hit the fog instead. Water, there we go. And now I want some lava coming out of the mountain. Now I just made a rock, but you can't see the rock because it's actually inside of here. So I need to move the rock. I move it up. You can see now it's showing up in the sky. And move it over this way. Maybe put it kind of inside of my volcano. But that doesn't look like much like lava yet. So on my skins, I'm going to go to my skin. I'm going to go to, I think it was complex effects, and I'm going to choose fire. And now, oops, I meant to hit the plus. Now, when I render my rocks, they are starting to look like fire. So I'm going to add more of those. Maybe make this one bigger. Kind of stretch it out. Add another one. Put fire on that one too. Move him towards the, oops, gotta be on the rock. That one was a strange shape, so I'm going to rotate him. And you can see how it's kind of coming out from inside of the volcano. Maybe make them just a little bit wider. And then I think I want some smoke. So I'm going to do a very similar thing. I'm going to grab a rock, move it out from inside of my mountain, which is where it just made itself. And I'm going to go to edit again. And I do believe I can make it kind of fluffy. So maybe make that just like before, make it a little bit bigger, add some more of those in there. And experiment with different skins that you can put on there. So I can maybe put under edit, see what this one looks like, and choose the one that you think looks the best for your smoke coming out of your volcano. I'm going to change the sky, but I'm going to do it a different way this time. Last time we just chose their pre-made skies over here. This time instead, each one of these things is going to change a part of your sky. So I'm going to click and hold here and maybe put some orange into my sky to make it look kind of like a sunset. And that is how we're going to learn how to edit the mountain to make it a volcano, how to subtract from the mountain if you want to try to change your mountain to sculpt it in different ways, and how to change the sky in a different way, and how to use different skins.